Hello and welcome to Red Raiders Soccer here today. We have a match between the Northwestern men's Red Raiders soccer team versus the Concordia Bulldogs. We want to thank you guys for tuning in. A bit of a rain delay here today. That's why we're starting a little late, so apologies for that. Big matchup between the Bulldogs here in Northwestern. Revenge match kind of for Northwestern. I think they believe they lost them last year in the playoffs, and it's going to be something that they're going to be wanting to get back here. For today's starting lineup is Pablo Espas, the Spaniard, back in goalkeeper. Kind of a different look for the Northwestern Red Raiders. Their defense today, with the absence of Adam DeBoer. Adam came down with an injury, which is a big hit for Northwestern. So that's forcing Luke Roloffs into the center back role that Adam would usually cover. And then that's Marcel Langert, the other center back. We have Kobe Bakam here at left back, number 19. On the far side of the pitch, we have Johannes van Salderen, the German. And to start the midfield for today, we have Riley Arbo, number 21. We have Marco Alessio, number 6. And then we have Tim Koltenberger, number 10. And that's to complete the midfield. It looks like we have Bonkafon Kumala over there giving chase right now. That's number 17. Right here on this side of the pitch, we have Stan Vandenbeld, the goal leader for Northwestern so far this season. And going up for the head right now to complete the starting 11, that's Gerard Umay, completing the 11 up at striker. For the Concordia Bulldogs, we have number 1, Gabriel Mendoza, the goalkeeper. Defense, we have Iker Casanova, Adrian Wambua, Matt Schultz, Jared Henson, Okan Irkua, Isaiah Shattuck, Carter Hinman, Ferdy Hagen, Braden Spath, and Victor Meneses. So that's the Concordia 11. Northwestern here has a big challenge today. Concordia's on a roll right now. I think they're undefeated so far in the season, and they're going to look to try to continue that record going in. Northwestern's coming off a big win, though, however, on Wednesday night. They beat Morningside 3-0. Or maybe it was 4-0, actually. So that's a big win for them. Hoping to continue that streak here as this home defense three matches in a row continues. Corner here for Concordia early. Riley Arbo does well to win the ball and get rid of it so far. Concordia goes back up for a cross. That's Arbo again with the header. Tim Koltenberger flying up through the air as well. Northwestern forcing them outside, trying to just force a pass to the outside and just kind of minimize the damage right now. That's Bonkafon Kumala. Looks like he slips right here. The wet pitch is going to be rough conditions here for today. The ball's going to be a lot more apt to slip by. It's going to be really slick. The keeper's going to have to be watching out for that today, as it's really wet from the downpour earlier today. That's Espas with the goal kick. He plays it short to Marcel Langert. Langert decides to switch the ball to Luke Roloffs. Luke Roloffs is surveying his options, finds Riley Arbo for a nice pass in the middle. Drops it back to Alessio, who drops it all the way back to Espas. The Raiders here are playing a 4-3-3, and I believe Concordia's playing I don't know what it is, maybe a 3-5-2. Yeah, I believe they're playing a 3-5-2. As you can see right here, they're kind of dropping a couple back, but then they're leaving 2 up forward. There's kind of a cluster of them in the middle, so I believe it's a 3-5-2. That's what Midland played the other, I think it was last Saturday. That's who they played against, and they were running the 3-5-2. No, that was Briar Cliff. Excuse me. And that proved a little bit of a challenge for the Raiders. So hopefully they can learn from that and then combat that a little bit easier this game. With the Raiders 4-3-3, looks for them to go to a 3-5-2 potentially every once in a while, bringing in an outside back into the middle when they have possession of the ball, but then returning to a 4-3-3 when they're on defense, just to be able to shift there, provide a little more defense on the wing so they can't get exposed as much by a 3-5-2, such as they did last Saturday. That's Luke Roloffs with a big win in the back. Those are big shoes to fill with the absence of Adam DeBoer. Not only does he win a lot of balls in the air on defense, but that's also a big hit for the offense. And in conditions like this, you're going to have a lot of either fouls from people slipping. You're going to want to be able to score on corner kicks, free kicks, kind of just those long bombs. And Adam provided that, so the Raiders are hurting a little bit in the air of this game. That's a foul against Concordia here. Now they have a free kick in a dangerous spot. Looks like they're packing the backside of the box. Kobe Bacam here, guard number 5. Look for him to win a couple balls as well. He's also known to rise up to the occasion, along with O'Reilly Arbo. Those are the 2 main ball winners for Northwestern. That's going to go out for a goal kick, I believe. A spot played it short to Luke Roloff's out there on the far side. Looks like Tim Kaltenberger checking down the midfield. Trying to stretch it open for Riley Arbo. Now he's going to try to find the space. Roloff still with the ball and surveying his options. Plays it short to Tim Kaltenberger. As you can see, the center backs split out wide, and then they bring up Pablo Spots here on the attack when they have the ball. Kind of switching to more of a 2 in the back, really, right here. The outside backs are very high. If you can see here, Bacam here is up on the right here, closest to you. And he's stretching the field, providing it's going to be a tough challenge here for Concordia to defend that with both outside backs just having a tank to be able to just go up and down constantly. Van Salden on the far side. He's looking for the ball right now. He's known to play a full 90 and aggressively as well. He likes the challenge of playing the full game. A little miscommunication here by the Raiders. But Van Salden has the legs to go the distance, and Bacam as well. 2 athletic individuals who are looking to play high and low here on the outsides for Northwestern, providing a lot in the attack, but also in the defense. Here's Vanderbilt taking on 2 defenders here, playing it out wide. That's Van Salden giving chase. It's going to be a little bit too far maybe for him. Oh, he gets there. Does he win a corner? Nope, it's going to go out of bounds for a goal kick. But yeah, again, look to see Van Salden streaking down that far sideline. And again, Bacam here on this left back position right here in front of us. Concordia with the short kick. They decide to play out wide and then go back into the middle to their center backs. And it looks like they're switching kind of positions as well. It looks like they have 3 in the back, but then they split out wide. Kind of an interesting formation here by them. Looking to pack numbers into the middle right here. They have about, I think it's 5 or 6 people in this middle third. So looking to pack that area. Northwestern's just going to sit back a little bit more. Just kind of counterattack a little bit more, I believe. Make them just force an error, especially with these conditions out here. It's going to be apt to happen, and it's going to happen. And so they're just going to be waiting to pounce and just drop back a little bit and just wait for their opportunity to strike. It's a big tackle and a big win right there from Marco Alessio, the Italian. And see, there's those missed passes. That rain just causes that. And now it's going to be Northwestern throwing on the far side. That's Van Salden getting the ball. And again, these rough conditions, or these slippery conditions, is going to force bad passes, bad tackles, a lot of slipping, a lot of sliding. So it's going to be a big factor here in today's game. Van Salden with the throw. He's playing to Bonk van Kumela, who plays it back to Marco Alessio, swinging out wide to Marcel Langert, who has loads of time. Finds Bacam right away. That's Vanderbilt stretching the outside. And the Bulldog defender is going to get there before Vanderbilt does. Kick it out of bounds for a Northwestern throw-in. Concordia likes to play down those wings. They really want to find those diagonal balls, those long crosses to the corners, and then cross to the end. So Northwestern is going to be having to use the outside backs to just deal with that. That's Concordia winning the ball. Looks like they're packing the box heavy right now. A lot of Northwestern defenders to be able to give a chase and win the ball back, hopefully. Bulldogs do well to keep possession. But they are still far back, and it's about a 1v5 right now up top. Now there's a Bulldog defender, or a Bulldog attacker, kind of stretching the outsides. They're getting numbers up more now. Northwestern doing well to maintain and contain the Bulldogs here. Pushing them back, forcing them back, just wanting to sit back and just make sure that they can't get any penetrating runs through. That's Salder now going to go give chase. Looks like the ball's going to go out of bounds. This is just over a hit. Again, there you're going to see a diagonal cross. That's what the Bulldogs like to do. That's how they score a lot, is they like to find the weak side defenders being lazy And so they're going to try to play those long crosses diagonally and try to catch you sleeping. But Van Salderen doing well there to cover that area and that space. Concordia again with the ball in the backfield. Playing it down the middle. And again, here they go towards the corner, and that's going to be a bad pass, and then Northwestern's going to win the ball. That's Vandenbeld with the ball. Plays a great pass to Kaltenberger. Now it's Northwestern on the drive. That's Kaltenberger streaking down the middle. He's looking for Kumala as Kumala gives chase. That's Van Salderen on the far right side receiving the ball, looking for a cross. Puts a cross towards the back side of the box. But it's going to go out of bounds too far, a little too much juice on it for Northwestern to get there. That's going to be Concordia playing quickly to their outside back on the far side. They're going to be giving it away again. That's Marco Lesio winning the ball. And then it's just going to go out of bounds here for Northwestern. It's going to be a Concordia throw. And they're taking it quickly. Looks like they want to can kind of control the pace of this game and put the gas pedal down a little bit. Zone mark right here. A lot of guys taking up multiple positions right here, so that's gonna be hard to find passes for the Bulldogs. See if Northwestern can continue that success there with the defending. That's Calm stopping the attack right there for Northwestern. On the ball, but the Bulldog keeper's out there to collect it. He knows that those balls are going to be slick and be getting by pretty quick, so he's got to be ready and on his toes. That's Alessio with the ball on the far side, playing it back to Van Salderen. Van Salderen with the ball, plays Bonkafon Kumala. That's Gerard Umai chasing down the Bulldog defender who kicks out of bounds. It's going to be a Northwestern throw-in down kind of in that far corner. That's going to be Kobe Bacam going over there on the far side, bringing Johannes Van Salderen here to left back spot. Bacam is known for a long throw, so the Raiders are going to be looking to capitalize on these, especially with these conditions. Looks like the Bulldogs get ahead to it first. That's Van Salderen with the shot. Kind of gets dinked around here by a couple defenders. Van Salderen still with the ball. Let's roll out of bounds. It's going to be Northwestern throwing. Van Salderen takes it quickly, throws it back to Marcel Langert. Langert plays it short to Marco Lesio. Marco playing it in. Doesn't get quite past. He's looking for Riley Arbo there. Now it's a 1v3 here with the Bulldogs on the counterattack. Bulldogs getting a couple more numbers up, but Northwestern doing very well to get a lot of numbers back. And now it's going to be a header by the Bulldogs. And that's going to be a goal. It's going to be 22 with the assist, who is... That is Victor Meneses with the assist. And I couldn't quite see who scored there. That is number 6, I believe. That scored, and that is Jared Henson with the goal assisted by number 22, Victor Meneses. Bulldogs striking early here on a quick counterattack. Their patience kind of paid off as they just kind of waited and baited and caught Northwestern lacking on the far weak side or the back post there. So it's going to be 1-0 here with 32 minutes left in the first half. And again, you can see there, the Bulldogs, just playing it down the corner and then playing a cross in. It's very dangerous and it's hard to defend as a whole team. So Northwestern is going to have to figure out how to deal with that pretty soon. Northwestern doing a really good job of maintaining possession in the middle, building up through the middle, through the midfielders. That's kind of their game plan. Just find the feet of midfielders, draw defenders out, and then drop it back and then play a short, long. Look for the Raiders to do that. Look for Gerard Umai to streak in behind the defenders, trying to catch them on their blind side. Bonkafon Kumala does a great job of that as well. You'll see him drift bringing a defender with him, giving space for Van Salderen on the outside as well. And that's going to be a free kick for Northwestern. A little shoving on the header there against the Bulldogs. So see if Northwestern can strike back here with a free kick in a dangerous spot. That's going to be Luke Rolos there taking the kick. He's known for great placement. He usually takes a lot of their special kicks there for Northwestern. On this one, look for Riley Arbo, number 21. He's known for scoring quite a few headers as well, and so he usually has a knack for finding the ball. It was going to him right there, but a Bulldog got there first. That's Bacon breaking up the counterattack there for Northwestern. But they get it through, and that's a spot here with the clearing it out, collecting the through ball. That's going to be another free kick for Northwestern. As Northwestern is going up for a header, they just keep getting shoved from behind. Northwestern plays it quick. That's Arbo with the ball, playing into Tim Kaltenberger. Kaltenberger with the ball. A lot of defenders around him. And gets bodied off the ball. And now the Bulldogs are back on the attack. He decides to play short. And then he's going to go bring it back as well. Northwestern dropping in again a little farther. There's a lot of movement between the top four of Northwestern. So that's Bardu Mai now playing the left winger, has Tim Kaltenberg sitting over the striker spot. And then Vandenbeld filling in for the cam position. And they just do a seamless shot, falling back into position. As you can see right there, now Kaltenberg is back in spot. Vandenbeld running defense here in this left wing, closest to our screen. That's Marcel Langert here with a big tackle right there to stop the counter, or to stop the attack. He's looking for his options. Plays a long ball, just tries to get it out. Looks like Bonkafon Kumla is there with his chest. Plays a great ball to Kaltenberg, and Kaltenberg looking for Vandenbeld, but just puts a little bit too much on it over his head. It's a great look here for the Raiders. Again, Marcel with the long ball, and then just a little quick short, long, and Vandenbeld was here on the outside line. So Northwestern doing a good job of maintaining possession and building up through the middle. Just going to have to find that final pass or two to break through. Concordia just kind of taking their time here in the defense, playing it back and forth between their center mid, who's dropping back in between the split center backs, and then their goalkeeper, kind of creating a diamond between those back four. That's the goal scorer, number 6 right there, winning the ball deep in Northwestern territory, dropping it back to number 22, Victor. Victor with the ball, trying to survey his options. That's Marcel and Kobe there with the fence. And it's going to go out of bounds as Victor tried a quick move there, tried to split the two defenders and go around them, but a little too much on it. It goes out of bounds for a Northwestern goal kick. Pablo Espas plays quickly to Marcel Langert. Marcel with a lot of time. Concordia not pressing too hard. Marcel finds Stan Vandenbeld in there in the center mid. Looks like it's Arbo pushing out here in the left wing, and he's wide open. Roloff's looking for him, but he finds Vandenbeld again. Vandenbeld on the run. That's Van Salderen with the overlap. Van Salderen surveys his options, plays the ground ball to Vandenbeld. Vandenbeld not getting there first, and it's going to be, it looks like a corner kick for Northwestern, as the Bulldogs had to get rid of it quickly. That's going to be Marco Alessio over there taking the goal or the corner kick. He's a lefty, so it's going to be an in-swinger. Northwestern has a new play, kind of I think, where they're just kind of packing the box, and Riley Arbo scored on it last Wednesday actually, so he's looking to repeat that. Looks like Concordia's getting pretty physical in the box there, so Bonkafon Kumla is trying to create some space. And I think he might have actually gotten a foul right there, so it's going to be Concordia free kick in their own box. Quick restart here from Concordia. Concordia, again, is playing around with it in the middle or in their defense. Their center mid just dropping back in between, trying to draw out one cams here for Northwestern. Northwestern not giving the bait. They're just kind of staying back and just, big slide tackle there from both Concordia and Northwestern. And a big one here from Bonkafon Kumala, winning the ball, but it's eventually going out of bounds for Concordia throw. Concordia tries to throw it quickly. And they do, too. The goal scorer, that's Roloff's giving chase right now. And he stops the attack. Big tackle there from Luke Roloff's. Roloff's is a key factor of this team. One of the heart and soul. Has a lot of personality, but gives a lot of direction there on the field. He's a very, very talented player, so it's huge for him to step up here in the absence of Adam DeBoer. Northwestern just kind of getting rid of it, trying to get it out. This Vandenbeld bringing it down eventually. Both Northwestern and Concordia sliding. trying to reach for the ball just to be able to bring it back down, control it. Concordia again just bringing it back with their defense and their center backs. Center backs have a lot of time. The line of confrontation here for Northwestern looks to be about on their defensive half on that top of that circle. And that's going to be another header attempt from Concordia, but it's a little too high for him. It goes out for a goal kick. Again, just playing short to Marcel Langert, not testing the defense there. That's playing short again to Marco Alessio, finding Kobe Bacam. Kobe looking for someone on the outside line, but no one was there. Riley Arbo had drifted to the inside, bringing his defender with him, but another defender stepped into that space. Concordia again, loads of time here with their center backs. Now he's going to test the back line. It's going to be Marcel Langert going up for the header, who's winning it. And that's Colton Berger here in the middle. Riley Arbo here on the left wing giving chase. Trying to just push them back farther. Giving a little bit more pressure. Now he's going to drop off. It's past the line of confrontation. Gerardo Mike, field and a half for Northwestern. Doing a good job of letting his defense know which way we're going to go. That's a huge slide tackle here from Marco Alessio. Thwarting a shot attempt. That's Bonka Fonkumala taking on multiple defenders there against Concordia. Now he's losing the ball, but he's going to try to win the ball back, and he's going to have it looks like he's going to be a yellow card here. He's going to get a yellow card here for an intentional foul and stopping the counterattack, which I guess some consider a goal-scoring opportunity. So that's a straight yellow right there for Bonka Fonkumala. Clock is a little bit off on our screen versus yours. It's 24 minutes and 29 seconds left here in the first half, so about almost halfway through the first half. Concordia here with the reset, swinging it over to the close side right here to the right back. He's going to just drop it back again and then swing it right back to the other side. Concordia very comfortable here in the defense. Not a whole lot of pressure yet. Northwestern just dropping back, packing a lot of numbers here on their half. Again, Concordia just bringing it back and forth. Not a whole lot of options for them yet as they're just trying to draw Northwestern out of position, trying to catch them lacking somewhere. But Northwestern doing a good job to stay disciplined, and here it pays off for them as now they win the ball back with numbers going forward. That's Bacam intercepting the ball, playing it to Marco Alessio. Alessio with a lot of time here as Concordia now kind of pack their defensive half. Vandenbeld here on the left side, Northwestern's leading goal scorer this season. That's Marco Alessio looking for a swing to Johannes Van Salderen, but he just doesn't quite get underneath it enough. And now it's going to be a counter-attack here from Concordia. Concordia doing well up until there by a big hit from Riley Arbo. Now that's again Alessio with the ball, drawing a foul. And that's going to be a dangerous free kick here for Northwestern. Concordia giving a little bit of a talking to the center ref to try to plead their case, but that's Andrew Rubin here as the center ref. Not really hearing it and giving Northwestern the free kick. And it's going to be Marcel Langert here with the free kick. Luke Roloffs is going to stand out to the side and let him take this one. Marcel decides to play short to Luke Roloffs. Maybe draw a Concordia player up, and then they have a couple more options to play with. Now he's playing it back to Marcel Langert. Langert with a load of space and a load of time here. Let's see what he decides to do. Chips it over to the far side. Looking for Bonka Fonkumala or else Johannes Van Salderen, but it's intercepted by the Bulldogs. And it's going to go out of bounds for a Concordia throw. Concordia playing again in their defensive half, just kind of keeping possession back there, playing it back and forth between the center mids and the outside backs. Now they get a long kick over the top. Northwestern having to retreat as they need numbers back here. It's a 2-on-2 right now. not ideal for Northwestern, as you always want an extra person or two back for you. That's roll-offs with a big hit, but it's going to be another Concordia throw-in. Concordia here playing a little tricky ball there out there on the far side after the throw-in. That's Van Saldern with the fence over there. Bonkafon Kumla going to try to rush out to create some sort of pressure. They play across, and that's Marcel Lingert with the clearance. But Concordia ending up with the ball again somehow at their feet. There's a lot of space out there on the outside, but Olafs does a good job of reading it and getting there before the attackers have anything to do with it. That's the center ref giving Concordia a little bit of a talking to, forcing them down the line, back a little ways. Concordia again just playing it with their center backs here. Now their center mid is drawing them out of position, Northwestern out of position a little bit. That's Marcel Langer with a huge slide tackle to intercept the ball. Does well to find Tim Kaltenberger. Kaltenberger plays it down the line, kind of towards the middle actually, and there's not really enough juice on it for Northwestern to get there. It's intercepted by Concordia's goalie, who just decides to play to his right center back. Looks like it's just going to be a game of two counter-attacking teams, both just sitting back on defense, waiting for the opposition to make a mistake here, just because with the rain, it's easy to make mistakes, and so they're just both are just packing their defensive halves and waiting for a chance to strike. Concordia already did so Northwestern's waiting for their turn now. Northwestern looks like they're going to make their first substitution pretty soon. That's Alejandro Garcia. Hoping to check in here, and that's a foul against Northwestern. Free kick on their defensive half. Games like this, you need to be careful not to let your temper get to you. It's super easy for a defender to go sliding too far and hit one of your guys, one of your players unintentionally. So tempers are going to have to be controlled. Some confusion there in the midfield. The ball hit the center ref, which is usually right away stopping play. Northwestern kept playing, Concordia didn't, and then looks like Riley Arbo falling down there, with maybe picking up a little bit of an injury. A lot of talk being happening right now in the center. A little confusion going on between the teams and then the center ref. That's Marco Alessio here asking for an explanation. Usually when this happens, it's the team that has possession that get the ball back. And right there, Concordia did have possession, and so they're going to get the ball back right here with the drop from the center ref. Concordia driving to the outside corner, looking again to play the ball into for a cross. That's how they scored the first time. It's going to be a foul here against Concordia on Marco Alessio. Marco Alessio plays quickly to, that's Kobe Bacam here at left back. Bacam finding Arbo. Arbo has a little time and space. Looks upfield, decides to come back, plays to Marco Alessio. Marco Alessio playing to Marcel Lingert. Lingert with time. Plays Riley Arbo. Arbo under pressure. It's going to go out of bounds for a Northwestern throw-in. That's going to be Bacam here with the throw-in. And then the first substitution of the game happens. That's Alejandro Garcia going in for Bonkafon Kumala. Kobe Bacam playing back to Luke Roloffs. Roloffs put under pressure right away. Plays back to Pablo Espas. Espas surveying his options. He's going to play short to Marco Alessio. Alessio with a lot of time down the middle. He's looking for someone to make a streaking run down the middle. Finds his new substitution right away, which is Alejandro Garcia. Garcia finds Gerard Umay up top. Has a mistouch there, but it falls back right now to Umai. Umai taking defenders on. He's got about 4 guys on him, and it takes about 4 to take it away from him. Marco Lesio now with the ball after the clearance, swinging out wide to Marcel Langert. Marcel Langert giving chase, trying to save it from going out of bounds. Marcel being pressured now by the Bulldogs defender. Marcel driving. That's going to be another foul here. Oh, it looks like it's going to be another yellow card as well. As Concordia is giving a lot of chippy fouls here early. So that's number 16 with the yellow card for Concordia, which is Freddie Hagen, the freshman from Berlin, Germany. And that's Vandenbeld and Marco Lesio on the ball. Looks like they're talking about what they're going to do here. Marco Lesio here is a left-footed player, and then Stan is a right-footed player. So Stan might be trying to play the backside. It doesn't look like Van Saldern's marked. He's wide open right now. That's Lesio going to be going over it. Vandenbeld playing the far side. He's looking for that's Riley Arbo. Arbo almost gets to it. The goalie gets a punch to it first. Now it's going to be Johannes Van Saldern with defense. And Concordia gets out of it pretty well. Now it's a 1v5, 1v4 for Northwestern. Concordia getting numbers up now, doing a good job counterattacking. And that's going to be Vandenbeld getting there first, stopping the counterattack. There's a huge attack right there from Northwestern. Concordia is very dangerous here on the counterattack, and that's how they score quite a few of their goals. Northwestern doing a good job of defending it and getting there in time, getting numbers back, and not letting Concordia beat them on the outsides. Looks like another substitution is going to be made. It's going to be J.C. McFadden, number 13, coming in. He plays either outside backs or a winger this year a little bit, so he might be going for Johannes Van Saldern. He could be going for Kobe Bacam. He might be going in for Vandenbeld, or maybe Vandenbeld will play striker and Gerardo will come out. Northwestern doing another good job to just clog the middle and force a turnover here so they can get the ball out. That's Garcia with the ball, dropping it to Riley Arbo. Stan Vandenbeld stretching the defense wide, waiting for the ball to come to him. The Northwestern just doesn't see him in time. It's Colton Berger switching the field here to Marcel Langert. Langert playing to Kobe Bacam. Bacam put under pressure right away. Vandenbeld with a nice 1-2 to Bacam. Bacam streaking down the sideline. That's a dangerous ball here for Bacam. Bacam fighting for the ball again. That's going to be a Northwestern throw. Oh, my apologies there. It's a Concordia throw. And that's a throw-in far down into the defense half. That's Bacam with the defense there. Marco Lesio there winning the ball. That's going to be roll-offs there, winning the header. Kind of going back and forth in the air. It's going to be offsides of one of the Concordia players. It looks like number 15 was offsides. Quick restart here for the Raiders. That's Luke Roloffs and Marcel Langert again at the center back position. Doing a good job holding down the forward and also just pulling off the offsides trap. Roloffs with a lot of time and space. Gets to survey his options. He might be looking for a long diagonal ball to Kobe Bacam, but he finds Arbo in the middle instead. That's Alejandro Garcia looking to play in Aldern. Tim Kaltenberger does a good job to find the ball, and he shoots, but sails it a little high right there for Northwestern. It's going to be a goal kick, Concordia. That's J.C. McFadden coming in for, Gerardo Mine. Then it's going to be Vandenbeld playing striker. Number 11 is coming in here for Concordia. Number 13 and number 28 as well. That is number Ryan. Number DeAndre Williams. Thirteen and a half minutes here left to go in the first half. Concordia up 1-0 with the restart now against Northwestern. Concordia playing a long ball over the top, and they have numbers too. It looks like number 11 is going to get to the ball there before Luke Roloffs with a huge tackle right there from behind to stop the attack right there in the box. That's a huge tackle. Dangerous, but huge. Looks like Roloffs might be hurting a little bit after that. He's kind of holding his hamstring or back a little bit right there, trying to walk it off right now. That's not a good sign there for the Raiders, as that's one of their key players on the team, but also in the backfield to play defense. Coach Freer's going to want to be keeping an eye on that. Looks like K. Thomas, number 12 here on the bench, is going to start warming up. Might be going in for Luke Roloffs after Luke might be picking up an injury. There with the header, trying to clear it out, but now it's Van Saldern taking down two Bulldog defenders with him through the air as he's flying, the flying German there right there. And now it's going to be time here for the ref. It looks like a head injury there for the Concordia attacker. This is a good time for an injury timeout. We'd like to, the Red Raider Athletics would like to thank the following sponsors: Premier Communications, the Van Englenhoven Insurance Agency, Kopetsky Ace Hardware, Diamond Vogel Paint, Iowa State Bank, Pepsi of Siouxland, Northwestern Bank, Orange City Health System, American State Bank, C&H Body Shop, Connected Electric, Scooters of Orange City, and the People's Bank. Thank you for being on the team behind the team. Raiders fans, help support Red Raider Athletics by joining the Red Raider Athletic Association. It's the team behind the team that supports our 545 student athletes. Go to nwciowa.edu/join-RAA to join today. So Concordia here is going to be forced to make a substitution as a, maybe they're not going to substitute him. They're just going to have him stand on the outside, but he needs to come out because whenever there's a head injury, you are forced to come out, making sure that the Concordia attacker is okay. Don't want any concussions or anything going on while being out there, so they're going to evaluate him here on the sideline. Well, it looks like they did substitute him, actually. That's number 11 going back into the game. Number 11, that is Ryan Rakatuch going back in. Riley Arbor with the ball and put under a lot of pressure. Red Raiders doing well to keep possession. McFadden with his first touches of the game. Looks like he's playing left winger, and that's putting Vanderbilt up at striker again. Vanderbilt is the Red Raiders goal scorer, or the leading goal scorer this season so far. Northwestern bringing their center mids into a lot of different positions. They're kind of coming back and dropping, so then the outside backs get into attacking positions. That's Garcia looking for a streak and running there by either Vanderbilt or Bacam. Put a little bit too much on it, and then that's going to be the Concordia goalkeeper kind of collecting it there at the end of the pass. Northwestern dropping in. Don't want to get counterattacked here by Concordia, as they're very dangerous, as we can see. That's Luke Roloffs versus number 11, Rakatuch, with the ball. Northwestern getting numbers in. There's going to be a cross over the top. There's going to be a little bit too much on it. Two Northwestern defenders giving them some trouble there in the corner, doing well to just contain them. That's going to be McFadden and Bacam forcing them out of bounds. That's going to be a Concordia throw deep into Northwestern territory. Slippery conditions still proving a hard time for both teams. And that's Bacam there with a ninja kick as he's flying through the air and stopping the attack. That's from 28 going to be going back in to the play. Oh, never mind, they're going to do it after this corner kick. Looks like 28 was evaluated for concussion, but passed protocols, and now he's going back in. They decide to let him in, I guess. That's going to be stopping the clock. So 28 is going to be taking the goal kick, or the corner kick here for Concordia. Concordia kind of spreading their attackers all over. There's 3 or 4, 5 attackers on the top of the box, but there's 2 or 3 in the middle. Look for some kind of some shoving going on right there by the goalkeeper as they're trying to screen our goalie. It's a big header there by McFadden. They're winning it. Concordia with a shot after it all, and the Spas there with a simple save right there to kind of end that attack there for Concordia. Spas finding McFadden on the outside. McFadden with a great touch, looking to go around his defender. Defender catching up with him and playing it back to his keeper. McFadden win the ball, but it's going to go out for a goal kick. Northwestern getting a little energy right here with only 9.5 left to go. Northwestern looking for that final breakthrough. If they can score one before half, that's going to be huge for the scoreboard, but also just for morale and mentality going into the half. And that's kind of what McFadden brings to the team. He's kind of a spark plug here. A lot of energy and a lot of aggression here. That's what Coach Swear's going to be looking for from him as they're down 1-0 right here. Northwestern winning the ball, playing it back to their center backs. Marcel Lingert now playing it to Luke Roloffs. Roloffs looking for options. Decides to test the defense there, and he finds McFadden. McFadden waiting for the ball. He gets it. That's two defenders going. Oh, that was a huge hit right there. Surprised there's no foul there by Concordia. McFadden gets back up after holding his knee. Big hit there by Bacam. Concordia saying that's a yellow card. Northwestern saying it's not a foul. So we're going to meet you at the middle and say it is a foul, but no yellow card there. Sometimes, though, the best thing to do is to just get a foul out of it and stop the attack and regroup a little bit, and that's what Northwestern might be doing right now. Looks like he just kind of slipped, though, from the rain. Referees having to understand that this game, doing a good job. Oh, he's going to get called back after he didn't give him the okay. Well, it is going to be a yellow card. That's going to be a yellow card on number 11 for talking too much. Looks like maybe some expletives are being thrown around. That's Ryan Rakuch from Kansas, the junior, getting a yellow card there. Is that number 11 with a yellow card? Concordia going to have to redo their free kick here. That's number 7 here taking the kick. Concordia packing the backside. Looks like they missed hit, and that's Marcel Langer clearing the ball for Northwestern. Concordia being put under pressure. Northwestern stepping a little higher. McFadden giving chase to number 2, the right back for Concordia. Northwestern stepping high. They don't want to get caught out of position here, though. Concordia wants to do the counterattack and have a little mismatch here on the defense. Concordia know they're only up 1-0, and with 7.5 minutes left to go, they don't want to give anything up, so they're being very patient here in the backfield. Just playing back and forth between their center defensive mids, their outside backs, their center backs, trying to draw Northwestern out of position. Northwestern doing a good job of staying back and staying patient. Now they're going to pounce here as, oh, that's Marco Lesko almost winning the ball in the midfield right there. Now it's Concordia going to go with the long ball. That's Pecan there with a big header in the defense there for Northwestern. And that's Riley Arbo winning the ball. It's going to be out of bounds for Concordia throw-in. A lot of stars here for Northwestern. Big ball winners such as Kobe Bacam, Riley Arbo, Luke Roloffs, Marcel Langert, Vince Aldrin. A lot of big names here for Northwestern as they have just a veteran lineup here coming toward the back in the defensive half. That's Bacam again with winning the ball. He's playing a great game so far. Northwestern linking up really, really well through the middle. Going to switch the play here with Roloffs. Roloffs looking for the switch. That's Bacam streaking down the sideline. Luke Roloffs wanted him, but that's number 19 here from Concordia, sniffing that out and kind of shutting that one down. Northwestern, that's Garcia. Playing Vince Aldrin. Vince Aldrin with the speed down the sideline. He's going to get there first. He's going to look for a cross. He beats his man to the inside, plays across to the inside. That was almost a goal right there for Riley Arbo sliding into the, but he's just a second late there to the touch. He's going to go across to the face of the goal and not go into the net. It's frustrating for the Raiders, but that's a great chance right there from Vince Aldrin to Arbo. The Raiders still with the ball here, now back towards their defensive unit. That's Luke Roloffs again with the ball. That's Bacam here streaking towards the middle. He's bringing 2 defenders with him. That's going to go over. That's going to be Bacam with the header, but it's going to go right out of bounds just towards the back post there. That's a great ball from Roloffs. Great header from Bacam. Just didn't quite connect on it as well as we thought. Concordia just kind of wasting time a little bit. Goalie making sure to take his time, kind of milk it all out, so then they have less time for Northwestern to have the ball. Northwestern just creating just a giant pack in the middle here. They're wanting that ball right away to get a restart going. That's Gonsalves now here on the counterattack. Let's see what Northwestern can do. Northwestern has Garcia out there on the far side. Garcia with the ball, looking to play back to this way. He does so. Leaves it for Bacam. That's Bacam with the ball now. Bacam keeping the ball, playing Riley Arbo. Northwestern looking for a foul as Bacam was kind of tripped from behind. Northwestern playing to Roloffs. Roloffs with the ball, doing well to juke his defender, keep the possession going. It's back to Roloffs again. He's kind of has a knack for that ball. It's Sullivan with the ball. Let's see if he can beat his man again. He just has to play back to Garcia. Garcia with the left footy. He's going to take a shot from distance and go right next to the goal. Forced a good save here from the Concordia goalkeeper. I mean, it was just a little out wide. It's going to be Concordia goal kick. A little over 4 minutes here left to go in the first half. Northwestern wanted to win this ball right away in the air, and you can see they're kind of packing that far side. They want possession now, but the dangerous part of that is Concordia could counterattack quickly, and that's what their game plan is for today so far. Northwestern has done a good job with possession, good job with attacks. They just got scored on a counterattack, but maybe here they can take their own. It's Vanderbilt with the ball. Looks like he kind of went off his foot at a weird angle. That's going to be Concordia win the ball back. Concordia's going to want to just milk out the time here with 3.5 left. That's McFadden here giving chase to the defender. See if he can catch up with him. He does, forcing him backwards. That's Arbo chasing the Concordia Bulldog defender or attacker now as well. McFadden and him doing a good job of trying to contain. The ball gets switched out to the outside. That's Garcia kind of dropping in a little bit for Northwestern. Tim Kaltenberger here going to give a challenge. Northwestern just kind of run all over the place. That's the spots here with the clearance. He's going to clear it back to Concordia defense. Concordia doing a good job to keep the ball, but that's Bacam here intercepting that, and then it's going to be McFadden. McFadden got tripped. It should be a free kick coming back. Center ref, maybe he's questioning himself actually. That's a big hit from Luke Roloffs. And he keeps it in as well. And so let's see if Northwestern can go down the line. He's going to try to play a long ball to Vanderbilt, but it's going to end up just being collected by a Concordia goalkeeper. He's going to try to do it as well as he's putting under pressure. Roloffs now with the ball, has a man on his back. Plays to Marcel Langert. 2.5 left here in this first half. That's Langert trying to play. That's Bacam streaking on the left side. Bacam does well to get in. He's going to take on 2 defenders. He's getting hit again after every play. Concordia kind of a very physical team here. Oh, that's pretty picky here from the assistant referee. Looks like it maybe just went out of bounds. That's Bacam. Cross, but yeah, again, it's going to be out of bounds here. It's going to be a throw in for Concordia. Concordia not in any rush to play the ball, as there's about 1:50 left here in this first half. Langert winning the ball and playing it back to Espas. Minute and a half remaining here in the first half. Roloffs with the ball, kind of surveying his options, drawing forward. That's Garcia dropped into the midfield. Garcia playing Tim Kaltenberger. Kaltenberger looking for Van Salden. Van Salden on the far side. A little dispute there towards the end, but it's going to be Concordia goal kick. Van Salden doing well to get down those sidelines and trying to play across here. Northwestern almost scored there with him and Arbo almost connecting earlier. 1 minute remaining here. Concordia putting a lot of numbers up now. Everyone's just kind of compacted into this middle third right here. Kolberg with an easy header. Throws it all the way back to their defense. That's Vandenbeld putting pressure on right away. Giving a shove to the Concordia defender. Players are slipping a lot. McFadden losing footing there. Northwestern getting kind of chippy here. They're trying to get a little more physical, get a little more energy into the game. And that's going to end the first half. The ball just kind of piddles it back to the goalkeeper of Concordia. And that's going to be the first half. Okay, welcome back to the second half. About to hear the kickoff underway for Northwestern versus Concordia. Concordia up 1-0 off the counterattack that they had that was successful in the first half. Northwestern with a little bit of a different starting 11 here with the second half. It's going to be Alejandro Garcia right here with the ball, actually. That's going to be replacing Banca Fonkumala, who started earlier the first half. Other than that, it looks like the rest of the starters are the same. That's been Salter here with the ball here on the inside of your screen. Does a nice little job to nutmeg his defender. He's being dragged down by Concordia. It's not called. And then he hits his defender in the box, and that's going to be a Concordia free kick. Back in the box. Northwestern really wanting that call for Northwestern, really, as he's getting dragged down dribbling. Probably should have been a call, but didn't quite get it. It's Tim Kaltenberger winning the ball there for Northwestern. Arbo playing a through ball, looking for Vandenbeld, but Vandenbeld was on the retreat versus the attack. That's going to be picked up pretty easily there by Concordia's defense. Marco Alessio back for Northwestern in the middle. Good little link-up play between Kaltenberger and Arbo. Northwestern pressing higher this half. Oh, that's dangerous there for Northwestern. The grass here really slick, so it's going to be something to look out for Concordia, as they almost scored an own goal there. Yeah, Northwestern playing up quite a bit higher, so we'll see how that works out for him. As Concordia here is on the breakaway again on the left side, but Luke Roloff does a good job to win the ball and force the throw in here from Concordia. Concordia wanted to play quickly, but now they're going to drop it for someone else taking the throw in. And that's going to be a stop the clock. That's going to be maybe a yellow here for Concordia. Nope, just a talking to here from the center ref. They've already been time wasting a little bit, and so Northwestern getting frustrated with that. Causing a stoppage here earlier from the center ref. Now it's going to be thrown here from Concordia. Won by Marcel Langert to Alejandro Garcia. Garcia just trying to clear the ball and get it out. Give Northwestern a little bit of a breather. That's Umai here, right here, number 9. He's kind of cutting the field in Northwestern, choosing which way that they're going to force the attack to go. Northwestern playing up a lot higher, so that's going to opening the door a little bit more for Concordia. Concordia trying to take advantage of it here early. Concordia bench here is very upset. A little confusion going on. Northwestern was wanting a foul. Got called a goal kick. Concordia pleaded their case and they won. Looks like, so it's going to be a Concordia corner kick. Concordia playing into the far middle side, but it's picked up by Pablo Espas. One out of the air by him. Good job. Now he throws it and gets intercepted by Concordia. Concordia back on the attack, takes a shot, but he sails it high. Northwestern's goal kick now. Langert drifting in to receive the ball from Espas. Langert with a lot of time. Looks like Concordia has 2 forwards right now. Trying to play both of the center backs, prevent a lot from happening up top there. Come on the far side with the ball, playing it back to Marcel Langert. Langert finding Garcia, who's coming into the middle there. Mike getting pushed around there from Concordia defender. Lucky it wasn't a foul. That's been Sullivan right here with defense for Northwestern. Concordia kind of thinking it around, and it goes out of bounds for a Northwestern throw-in. Concordia upset about the placement of the throw-in, but Northwestern doing well to play quickly. That's Vandenbeld with a great touch there from the far side. Penetrating pass. Oh, that's Kaltenberger's pass getting intercepted. Otherwise, it was going to be a goal for sure by either Umai or Arbo. Concordia just got a little touch of it. And now Concordia's back here on the counterattack, and that's Marcel Langert winning the ball with a slide tackle there. Marco Alessio with the ball playing into Tim Kaltenberg's feet, but it's going to go out of bounds for a free, throw in here for Concordia. Concordia want to slow the game down now, as Northwestern's had a string of pretty good plays, and so they're going to want to kind of control the pace and control the tempo here. That's Marco Alessio with the slide tackle, and that's going to be another Concordia throw. Concordia with the long across the box, but that's Van Saldern here with the header to get it out. That's Pablo Espas retreating back to his goal. Garcia here doing a good job containing the defender, the attacker, I should say. Northwestern kind of dropping back now. A lot of numbers back in defense here. That's Concordia with the cross. He's nicked by Colby Bacam. It's going to be a Concordia corner kick. Looks like Concordia thought Pablo Espas was maybe out of the box after his touch, but ref didn't agree. Looks like a different play here from Concordia. They have 3 on the backside, 3 right up front. They're going to play towards the middle. It's won by Riley Arbo. Arbo does a good job to get the header up and away. Concordia with another header back into it, though. And that's Arbo again clearing it out. He just has a knack for the ball in those special kick moments right there. That's Van Saldern chasing the goalie. The goalie's going to take his time a little bit now. Van Saldern retreat. That's Bacam here with a big header, intercepting the ball in front of his, in front of the Concordia attacker. Now Vanderveld pursuing the goalie, putting them under a lot of pressure now. Concordia looks a little shaky here with this pressure being put on them. And now it looks like it's about a 3v6 right here for Northwestern defending. Concordia trying to find a way to poke the ball in. And number 15 is going to be way off sides. Good job there from Northwestern pulling the offsides trap. Northwestern spreading way out wide. That's going to be a spot playing Bacam. Bacam finds Vanderbilt down the sideline. Vanderbilt has a lot of time. He's driving with his right foot on the far left side. Plays an in-swinger ball. He's looking for, I think that was Kaltenberger in there, but he gets intercepted by Concordia. Northwestern looking very dangerous here early in the second half. They're putting a lot more pressure on Concordia, and they're getting a lot more open chances here, trying to open up the game and get a little more pace into it. So that's going to be a corner kick for Northwestern, and that looks like it is Vanderbilt actually taking the kick. Marcel Langert coming flying down to give him a nice short option. He doesn't take it, just has to go right away into the 6-yard box. And now it's going to be intercepted by Northwestern, but it falls into the lap of Concordia. Concordia did a good job to get the ball out. And they're going to want to be on the counterattack. They're going to call a foul on Arbo. It's pretty light there, in my opinion. Looked like he got the ball. Looks like Arbo might be picking up an injury. It's kind of slow to get up and get running. Concordia on the counterattack, looking to play cross in the middle, but it's intercepted by Van Saldern. Van Saldern reading it well, beating his attack to the middle. Concordia collects the ball in their defense now. Now it's better center back. Their center back taking a lot of space. He's driving up front, tries to chip it over the top. That's roll-offs, giving the attacker a hard time. He wins the ball and finds Garcia. Garcia with a lot of time. Garcia looking for his options. He plays a long ball, plays a great ball. He finds Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt on the far left side. It's Vanderbilt and Umai with her up top, but it's intercepted by Concordia. Umai coming across and Vanderbilt tried to find him, but Concordia's got a piece of it. Great run there by Gerard Umai. Concordia just kind of playing with it again in their backfield. Very comfortable swinging it back and forth between their two center backs. It's going to be Gerard Umai getting a piece of it and kind of forcing Concordia to kind of scramble a little bit. Now it's Marco Alessio winning the ball. Alan Garcia playing it over Stan Vanderbilt, but they're going to call a foul as Marco Alessio was hit right when he kind of won the ball. Leslie's going to take the free kick and play Luke Roloff short. Luke is playing this right center back position in the absence of Adam DeBoer. He finds Gerard Umay. Gerard with a missed touch there. But he does well to win it back. Gets past two defenders. Plays it short to Tim Kaltenberg. Kaltenberger looking to switch the field. It's going to get through, and it's going to go to Kobe Bacam. Kobe plays it back to Marcel Langert. The Raiders are packing the back side. Looks like Umay is actually wide open. But it gets intercepted again by Concordia. Now it's Van Salderen. Van Salderen chasing the ball down the sideline, but it's going to be too far and going to be out of bounds for a Concordia throw or a Concordia goal kick. Looks like some good adjustments made here by Dan Sweer, the head coach of Northwestern. Northwestern getting a lot more energized, a lot more focused, and a lot more opportunity creation early in this first half. 34 and a half minutes left to go. That's gonna be a foul here on Alejandro Garcia as he had a slide tackle but clipped the attacker just before he got the ball. It looks like Northwestern's also going to be making a substitution. That's going to be Nico Halderop. Look for him to come into the midfield somewhere with either Riley Arbo, Marco Alessio, or Tim Kaltenberger. Looks like he's going to get his first few minutes of the game. And that's Concordia center back kind of succumbing to the pressure right there as it's getting to him. Kicks the ball out of bounds. It's going to be a Northwestern throw. Well, there's going to be two substitutes happening. Nico Halderock's going to be coming in for Riley Arbo. Looks like Arbo is limping a little bit, so they're going to want to nurse that injury before putting him back out there. And that's Vandenbeld coming off for Banco von Kumala. Kumala is going to be playing the left wing position, keeping Gerard Umay at striker. Vandenbeld played the whole game so far, so looking to rest him, and I'm sure he'll come back in later in the second half. Northwestern really giving chase here, just trying to win the ball up top and create some uncomfortable situations here for Concordia. Concordia's kind of playing it back and forth, swinging it a lot between their outside backs and then center backs, getting their goalkeeper involved as well. That's Gerard Umay with a huge tackle right there to win the ball for the Red Raiders. Kumalo with the ball. Coleman with the ball. That's going to be Garcia with the. Is he going to take a shot? He is. Oh, and it's blocked well. Oh, it's going to be a handball for against Concordia. It's going to be a PK for Northwestern. Garcia with the shot. It got blocked right away by a Concordia goalkeeper. But it's going to be a handball on Concordia. It's going to be in the box. It's going to be a penalty kick here. Huge opportunity for Northwestern to hand Concordia a defeat. This would be huge for Northwestern. Concordia has not lost yet. They are 8-0-0, 2-0 in the GPAC. Northwestern's 5-3, really looking to have a huge win here. That put them both at 2-1 in the GPAC. If they can get this, that'd be huge. That's going to be Tim Kaltenberger here with the penalty kick. Tim is known for his trickery on these plays. Does a great job to fool the goalkeeper. Makes him go the wrong way. And buries it in the bottom corner opposite. Looks like he went to his bottom right. Goalie went to his bottom right. And just wasn't even anywhere close. You can see there he takes a hard left step. Just kind of juked the goalkeeper out. And the goalkeeper kind of got baited by that. Great job by Tim Kaltenberger. Huge goal for him, the Red Raiders. This could be the energy shift that Northwestern needed. They've been playing a little bit more pressure, a little bit higher up the field. It paid off for them. They had a great attack right there, pieced together by Garcia and Kuma. It really all started with Gerard Umay winning the ball high up the field, and that's what he's looking to do and make an impact in this game, and it's paying off right here big time. Northwestern really opening up this field. Tim Kaltenberger looking to pull along. He does. He's looking for Bacam. Bacam giving chase. Looks like big hit for Bacam there down there. He's to play safety for Northwestern and then switching to soccer. So his physicality is a big part of his game, and it's shown right there on the far side. Concordia looking for their turn to rally down the sideline, but it's cut off by Alejandro Garcia. Garcia loses the ball here, and that's going to be Northwestern. Northwestern takes care of it as the ball is just a little bit too far for Concordia. Some emotion kind of getting drawn out of the Concordia bench as they were asking for a foul against Garcia. Garcia did a good job to take care of it. I think this is the energy that Northwestern needed. They kind of needed some big plays and some. Oh, what? That's a terrible call there from the center ref. I don't know what he was calling. Kumala was getting dragged down, but he called it against Kumala. Everyone really in question on what that was, but it's going to be a Concordia free kick, and it's taken quickly. Look for a lot of emotion now on both sides. Might get a little bit more chippier here. It's going to be something to keep in mind for both teams. Kumala has done a great job. The incoming freshman from Germany has made a huge impact in his first few minutes in both games, really. There, he should have had a free kick, but the center ref kind of taking it away from him. Play restarting after it hit the center raft, and that's going to be Luke Roloffs with the ball and then passing it back to Pablo Espas. Pablo playing it long, trying to test the defense of Concordia. It's Johannes van Salderen after it goes sailing over. Garcia with the header playing back into the middle. Concordia picking it up, but Tim Kaltenberg going to find it. Now it's Marco Lesio playing it out wide. That's Bunkafon Kumala again with the ball. Looking for Nico Helderop. Helderop plays Kaltenberg. Kaltenberg to Garcia. Garcia looking to switch it. Plays to Marcel Langert. Langert with the big touch. He's going to drive down the sideline. Plays it to Kobe Bakam. Bakam does a good job to beat his defender. Two defenders to the inside. Looks like he got hit again. Another PK. There we go. Huge opportunity for Northwestern. Bakam drew the foul. He did a good job to beat his defender to the inside. Beat another one to the inside. Now it could be 2-1 here for Northwestern as another penalty kick here is given. Concordia very frustrated. They're kind of falling apart right now. Bakam did a great job to beat both defenders and then draw the foul from behind in the box. Concordia very frustrated. It looks like Northwestern's going to be making a substitution here as well. That's a freshman. And that's Kaltenberger again with the penalty kick here. With 29.5 to go in the second half. This could be a huge thing for Northwestern. A huge goal for Tim Kaltenberger. Jukes the goalie again. The goalie was going the same way. Goalie reacted to frustration. Kaltenberger got the best of him twice now, making him dance both ways. And that's going to be a yellow card, too, for Concordia. Number 4, their center back. He's going to get a yellow card. Concordia falling apart right here. This is huge for Northwestern, the energy that they really needed. Look at Northwestern rally here. 2 goals and a brace from Tim Kaltenberger, both PKs, making the goalkeeper go the wrong way both times. He went to the right side the first time and right down the middle the second time. Goalie just diving right past. Substitution here for Northwestern as well. So that's Jason McFadden coming in for Bonkafong Kumala. Bonkafong has done a great job so far with his first few minutes of this second half. And that's Sanchez on the far left side going for Kobe Bakam at left back position. Concordia very frustrated and falling apart. Their mentality's kind of lacking right now. And that's number 4 getting the yellow card for Concordia. That is Adrian Wambua, the sophomore from Kenya. Big hit from Concordia, and they got to be careful. That's not another yellow card. Stupid hit there from Concordia. They're just kind of falling apart and then just kind of getting the best of them emotionally. Northwestern needs to do a good job now of not reacting. Concordia's falling apart, and they're going to be very chippy here. Northwestern needs to do a good job of staying composed and not reacting to any play that happens and letting the center ref do his thing. That's Langer with the long pass down the middle to Gerardo Umai. It's won by Marco Lesio. Plays to Helderop. Helderop to Garcia. Garcia to Johannes van Salderen. Van Salderen Van Salter making his defender think twice. Now he's getting double teamed. Keeps the ball, does a good job to keep it, still keeps going. Van Salter on quite the streak. Now it gets turned over, and it's going to be Concordia ball. They're having a counter-attack right here. It's 3v2. That's Concordia with the ball down on the far right side. And that's going to be a goal for Concordia. The energy right here in the stadium is going crazy right now. Both teams very amped up. Van Salter giving the ball away in the midfield, taking too many touches, and just Concordia taking advantage of the opportunity that was given to them. Well, just over a little bit of 28 minutes left here to go in the second half. It's 2-2. Northwestern getting on the board twice very quickly, but then Concordia responding right away. It's 2-2. It's a huge match for the GPAC, huge match for the Raiders. They could really use this win. Concordia forcing Northwestern to pass the ball out of bounds, making Luke Roloff scramble quickly to decided having to clear it because he had no time to react. Jason McFadden intercepting the throw in there from Concordia. Concordia getting the ball back, though, after the wild touch. Tim Kohlenberger doing a good job on defense there to win it back for Northwestern. Marco Lessia with the ball, taking his time a little more. Trying to play, I think that was Garcia down the sideline. It gets picked off by Concordia. Concordia now their turn to go on the counterattack, and that's Marcel Lingert winning the ball for Northwestern. It's going to be a corner kick for Concordia. Northwestern going to make sure to be really tight here on defense. Not wanting to give up another goal. Emotions are running high right now. Any goal is going to be deflating or inflating here for either team. Really want to make sure that you're on the right side of that here. Northwestern's going to be doing a good job here on defense here, bringing everybody back in, packing the box. That's Pablo Espas with a huge save in the top corner for of a Concordia header, making a big-time save right there for Northwestern. That's going to be another corner kick for Concordia. Concordia corner kick right here. They're going to play it right towards the goal line, really, and it gets headed right over the top of the crossbar. Northwestern can breathe a little bit now as they're going to be having their own goal kick. That's Marcel Lingert here with the ball quickly after the goal kick taken by Pablo Espas, pointing out to Luis Sanchez, the freshman from Spain. He's finding his other Spaniard, Luis Garcia. Ball going out of bounds, though, for Concordia throwing. Roll-offs here at the clearance. Gets intercepted by Concordia. It's Pablo Espas able to collect it quickly. Pablo surveying his options. Kind of some confusion here. Looks like a Concordia player juked or Pablo Espas. He was going to take the kick, but then the Concordia defender stepped in front of him. That's going to be a stoppage of clock. It's going to be 25 minutes left. It should be a foul against Concordia. You can't interfere with the goalkeeper's free kick.
It should be a foul on Concordia.
Concordia interfered here with the goal kick, or with the punch here from Pablo Espas. It should be Northwestern ball. And it is. Number 15, lucky he's not getting a yellow card. And after all that confusion, it's going to be Northwestern ball after Concordia interfered with the punt here from Northwestern goalkeeper. Now after the reset, 25 minutes to go here. And that's going to be a Northwestern throw-in on the far left side. Northwestern getting numbers up here, getting more aggressive during this game and trying to really open up the pace of this game. That's Kumalo with the ball, or that's Gerard Umaya with the ball on the outside. Triple teamed over there. Ball comes to a standstill. Gerard Umaya looking for some help. Does well to win the ball, but it's going to be a throw-in for Concordia deep into their half. Concordia going to make a substitution. That's number 28 coming here in here for Concordia. And that's going to be DeAndre Williams, the junior from Ontario. He's coming in for number 22, Victor Meneses, the senior from Brazil. Northwestern doing a good job here to win the ball back. That's Nico Helderop here with the ball, but he's getting chased right away by a defender. Plays it to Luke Roloffs. Roloffs does well to your one defender. Tries to get past two, and he's going to get fouled here. Concordia getting kind of chippy here later into the second half. Emotions running high. Northwestern doing well to not take the bait, keeping their composure. That's Luis Sanchez with the cross. He's trying to play Tim Kaltenberger. Falls at Nico Helderop's lap. That's Van Salderen with the ball. He's going to try to beat his man down the line. Van Salderen making sure not to foul or give up a stupid penalty down there in the defensive half of Concordia. Garcia doing well to win the ball back, taking off the passing lanes. Now that's Marco Alessio with the cross, but it's going to go out of bounds as the Concordia goalkeeper lets it roll out. It's going to be a goal kick here for Concordia. Concordia trying to do a cross here, but that's Van Salderen picking it up in the air. Falling to Marco Alessio, to Garcia, to Kaltenberger. Kaltenberger, Northwestern doing a great job on this counterattack. That's McFadden here at the ball on the far side. Nice play to Luis Sanchez, the freshman defender. Playing quickly to Kaltenberger. Gets a little bit too far for him, and now it's going to be Concordia ball. Big hit from Marco Alessio. Does well to win the ball for Northwestern again. Northwestern not giving up here in the second half. Great flick here from Garcia. Garcia playing to Luis Sanchez. Luis Sanchez with a great opportunity here. Plays it across to Gerard Umay, but it gets intercepted by Concordia. Great chance for Northwestern. Huge. Luis Sanchez, and just with a great build up here with Northwestern down the middle, exposing the outside defense of Concordia. Gerard Umay with a great run across the back post, but defenders getting in there before he could. Now there's going to be a substitution here for Northwestern and Concordia. Northwestern's Riley Arbo is going to be going into the game here for Marco Alessio. Marco Alessio hasn't gotten a break yet, so that's going to be much needed here for Northwestern, as I'm sure going to try to put him in towards the last, final 10 minutes or so. But that's Arbo back in the game here, which is a big name again for Northwestern, especially in these, with these conditions. He's going to be big for throw-ins, for goal kicks, for corner kicks. He's known for winning the ball in the air, and he's going to try to make his impact here as well. The rain kind of picking up here at Northwestern. That's Van Salderen intercepting the ball. It's going to be a Concordia throw in at about half field. Concordia losing the ball. Northwestern doing a great job here winning it in the middle. Now they're going to try to reset towards the back of their own half with Pablo Espas playing Luke Roloffs. Roloffs finding Arbo's feet. Arbo with a little bit of pressure right there. He's going to get pushed down as well. It's going to be a foul on Northwestern. Riley Arbo has just picked up quite the beating in these past few games. He's one of those players that is kind of getting hit late. He's doing well to maintain his feet and not react as well either to the pressure of Concordia. Langer now with the ball in the back, playing it back to Espas. Espas looking to probably swing the ball. Espas time plays a long ball, does good to get it up the field. It's McFadden giving chase, and now it's Umai going to put pressure on the Concordia defender. Concordia tries to clear it out. It's going to go out to half field. That's Riley Arbo in the air with Northwestern. Doing a good job containing Concordia with no options. Arbo with great defense there. Now it's Garcia. Concordia is trying to have a little bit of breathing room. Bring it to the back of their defense now as well. Northwestern with a lot of numbers back. They have all 11 back in their defending half now. That's Luis Sanchez here. Now it's going to be Pablo Espas, the goalkeeper, with the cleanup save right there. Concordia and Northwestern tied at 5 shots apiece. And it's going to be 2 goals for each as well. Pablo Espas rolls it out to Marcel Langert. Langert finding Sanchez on the far left side. Sanchez playing back to Langert. Northwestern not wanting to give up any silly mistakes right here on the defensive half. That's Langert playing Espas playing Luke Roloffs. Concordia giving a lot of pressure now. Roloff's doing a good job to keep the ball away from Concordia. Espas playing long ball, finds Garcia with a lot of time here and a lot of space. Garcia plays it out wide to Luis Sanchez. Sanchez looking to repeat what they did earlier. That's Sanchez with the overlap from Garcia. Garcia does well to almost get there, but Concordia has a slide tackle to kick it out first. And now it's going to be a Northwestern substitution. That's Vandenbeld. He's going to take off Gerard Umai. Gerard Umai getting a break after his long second half here, doing well defensively. He really set up that first goal for Northwestern by winning the ball far up the field. Looks like Vandenbeld's going to take over the striker role, and that's going to push Garcia out to the left side on a winger. It's going to favor his strong left foot. Vandenbeld here with a chance, big chance right here, but now it's going to be a corner kick for Northwestern. There's a shot attempt from Alejandro Garcia. Gets deflected, falls in front of Vandenbeld. Vandenbeld almost got to it, but it's going to be Concordia getting their first for a corner kick for Northwestern. Luke Roloff's coming up here on the near sideline right here. Now it's going to be Garcia with his left foot looking for an in-swinger. Northwestern packing the 6-yard box, trying to create quite a bit of confusion when they do so. That's Riley with a big header. That's a big hit from Luis Sanchez. Sanchez pleading his case for possession. And now it's going to be a substitution here for Concordia. That's number 9 coming for number 15. So that is Kai Olbrich coming in for Carter Hinman. Kai getting his first minutes of the game. That was a huge header from Riley Arbo, forcing a good save there from Concordia goalkeeper. Arbo has a great knack for finding the ball in set pieces such as that, and has scored quite a few goals. Luis Sanchez kind of reacting here. It's going to be a stoppage of the clock. Looks like Sanchez might be getting a yellow card, and I think he will, as he's refusing to listen to this referee right here. Sanchez getting lucky for not getting a yellow so far. Kind of had a cheap foul there on the far side. Northwestern to make sure to stay really tight on defense here as they only have 16.5 left to go. Dangerous free kick position here for Concordia. They're gonna have a lefty be taking it, so they're gonna be looking for an in-swinger. Northwestern kind of packing all 11 back here towards their box, leaving no one up top. Looks like a fan is going to be getting escorted out of the game here on the far side there, giving the referees a hard time. So we're going to be waiting for that to happen before we get a reset here. 16:40 left in this second half. Tied 2-2 apiece. Tim Coltenberg with a brace. Concordia trying to change the position of the free kick. Can't do that, and so the referee's pushing them back farther. Concordia getting very frustrated, showing a lot of motion here on the bench. And the play commences. Going to be a 28, number 28 with the header, but it's right to Pablo Espas. Espas with a huge save right there for Northwestern. Lets them breathe a little bit more. Pablo Espas with the big punt deep into their territory. Number 5 going down super light, kind of faking and flopping right there, trying to get foul. Doesn't work. And now 2 substitutions here for Northwestern. That's going to be number 19, Kobe Bacam. He's going to be going in for Luis Sanchez, and then that's number 6, Marco Alessio, coming in for Nico Helderop. Nico Helderop playing quite a bit this second half, getting his first minutes, and Luis Sanchez coming off after his shift. Kobe Bacam going back out there. That's going to be a Northwestern throw-in now here. Van Salderen with the throw, number 8. Northwestern bringing it back to their defense. Langer with the ball here. Langer playing a penetrating pass, looking for Vandenbelt. Vandenbelt leaves it for McFadden, but Concordia sniffs it out. Northwestern wins the ball back. Elder Garcia with the ball, has 3 defenders on him. Arbo with the ball, slips a little bit. It's getting really muddy out there. You can see the field getting torn up with a lot of those brown spots. Arbo losing footing there. Northwestern possession. That's Marco Alessio with the ball. He's looking for McFadden. McFadden on the far left side takes a great touch, takes a shot, almost scores for Northwestern. Oh, it's picked up here by Concordia goalkeeper. Great touch, great shot here from McFadden. McFadden had a huge goal on Wednesday, looking to repeat that again. Now it's Concordia's turn. Northwestern winning the ball back. Number 9 giving chase. Northwestern Langert trying to play Van Salderen. Concordia cuts it off. Huge slide tackle from Garcia. Not hitting the ball at all. It's going to be a stoppage of time here. Might be a yellow card. Pretty reckless tackle there, but I know the rain can exaggerate such things. That's going to be a yellow card on Garcia. Unlucky there for him as he went sliding a little too far there with the rain, making him slip a little too far. It's going to be a free kick here for Concordia. Northwestern does a good job to defend it. It's going to be a goal kick here for Northwestern. 14.5 remaining in the half. It's 2-2 apiece, 6 shots each. Energy both sides of the game. This would be a huge win for Northwestern if they can pull this one off. That's Roloff's finding Arbo. Arbo with a missed touch there with the ball getting away from him a little bit. Arbo doing well to win it back. Now Concordia is going to be on the attack here on the far side. Marcel Langer in defense. Now it's Marco Alessio giving chase, trying to win the ball back for Northwestern. Pablo Espas doing a good job to keep the ball out. He's going to go top corner. Pablo Espas making a good save with his hands. Now it's going to be Concordia corner kick. 14 minutes remaining here in the second half. Concordia corner kick right here, about to take it off. He does, so he goes to the far side. Northwestern doing a good job to get it out. It's going to be another Concordia corner kick. Oh, he gets reversed here. It's going to be a Northwestern goal kick. Center ref Wubin giving clarification. It came off number 10 of Concordia. Northwestern with a quick counterattack here. Marco Alessio trying to play McFadden. McFadden here. Looks like Northwestern's goalkeeper. Oh, looks like McFadden slipped after he jumped for the ball and he hit the goalkeeper of Concordia. McFadden making sure that he's all right. It's going to be a yellow card, I'm sure, here for McFadden. slippery conditions here, making it hard to make hard challenges without running into each other. It's going to be a stoppage of clock here. 13 remaining exactly. Concordia goalkeeper up and at him now. Center referee has his yellow card out, but hasn't quite given it yet to, oh, now he does here to McFadden. Unfortunate on his end. That's McFadden with the yellow. Downpouring starting to pick up back again here, Northwestern. Concordia goalkeeper kind of stretching out. I'm sure they want to keep him in. So they're just taking their time right now. Unlucky there again by McFadden. Both teams trying to remain positive, have a lot of energy here. 13 minutes remaining late in the second half. Northwestern dropping all their players back here except Vandeveld. Vandeveld staying up top, going to want to create some pressure up top as well. That's going to be a Concordia free kick deep in their half. They decided to play it short for their center back. Center back checking down deep into their own half. He's going to swing across to the other center back, number 4. Concordia going to want to play long down the sideline. They do so. It's going to roll out of bounds. This ball is getting slippery and slipperier again as this downpouring continues. It's going to be Vince Aldrin with the throw for Northwestern. Concordia trying to have some link-up play here on the sideline. That's our 28 trying to play into the middle there. Northwestern does a good job to get rid of it. I believe that's Marcel Langer there intercepting the ball. Here comes Concordia again. Concordia working down that left sideline, trying to play it in the middle again. That's Luke Roloff's getting a touch to it. It's going to be a goal kick for Northwestern. Both benches up and at 'em. Very active here with 12 minutes remaining. Going to be a goal kick here for Northwestern. Pablo Espas with a great goal kick down deep into Concordia. That's Garcia with the touch. Looks like it's going to be out of bounds for Concordia throw-in. Looks like Bonka Fonkumala is warming up here for Northwestern. Hey, does it go to overtime? And Sullivan with the throw, and he plays it to Vandeveld. Vandeveld here on the right side. That's Marco Lesio getting chased. That's Marcel Langer now with the ball. He's going to play out to Kobe Bacam. Bacam there on the far left side. Bacam there won the penalty earlier. McFadden now with the ball. McFadden with the cross. He's looking to play. It looks like Kaltenberger with the ball. But Concordia goalkeeper does a good job to claim it in the air. That's Luke Ross with a nice header there for Northwestern, winning it back in their defense. Getting the ball backing up, putting the pressure back on Concordia again. Concordia's center back collecting the ball. Concordia packing this near side right here. Their left wing. A couple players right here waiting for that overload. Marcel Langer win the ball in the defense now. That's Kobe Bacam now playing it to, I believe, Tim Kaltenberg. Kaltenberg for McFadden, but it's going to go a little bit too far out for him. Bonka Fonkumala is going to be wanting to get in the game. I'm assuming that he's going to go in for Jason McFadden. That's Riley Arbo clearing the ball out. Does well to keep it in, too. Now it's Vandeveld giving chase. Concordia does plays back to their goalkeeper. Their goalie going to swing out to their left center back, who's far out wide to this near sideline. Now it's going to be Garcia winning the ball here for Northwestern. It's going to go out of bounds for Concordia throw-in. Concordia losing their footing. And then that's how Garcia pounced on the opportunity to win the ball back for Northwestern. 9.5 here to go. Concordia keeping the ball in on this throw in. Marcel Langert driving the ball deep again into Concordia defense. That's going to end up actually at Concordia's goalkeeper's feet. He decides to roll it out to his right center back. Now he's going to take his time. Vandenbeld dropping back in. Looks like Northwestern does not want to give up anything. Concordia packing this left side, the near side for you guys on the screen. The Wings are trying to get really active here, and that's how they scored the first time as well. Looks like a player got open in the middle. That's Marco Alessio winning the ball back. Huge tackle right there. Number 9 had a wide open shot, but then Alessio appeared out of nowhere, intercepting the ball for Northwestern, preventing the goal, scoring opportunity. Concordia with a little bit of a flop. Oh. Concordia flopped the first time. Looks like he got fouled the second time. That's going to be a dangerous position here for a free kick for Concordia. Both teams want to make a substitution. That's number 15 here for Concordia. Wanting to check in. That's going to be Carter Hinman, the junior, and then that's Bonka von Cumulo wanting to come in as well. I'm sure they'll be getting in the next substitution opportunity. Pablo Espas with a great hand in the box there. He's getting the ball out for Northwestern. Vandenbeld with the ball. Got fouled there by Concordia. Concordia had taken a lot of chips from behind on Northwestern. That's going to be Pablo Espas taking the free kick. Seven and a half left to go in the second half. 2-2 apiece for Northwestern and Concordia. Ball gets played real long, but it just really ends up at the Concordia goalkeeper again. Concordia decided to play short again. Their center back here, number 4 on the left. Playing into their center mid, who plays back to the right outside, or the right center back. Northwestern just dropping in. Looks like Concordia's overloading this left side again. That's number 3 checking in, and number 28 shifting to the outside. That's going to be a corner kick for Concordia, and the substitutions start happening right now. So that's number 15 coming in for Concordia, and then that's Jason McFadden coming out. Bonka von Kumala going in. He's going to be on that far left side, or he's going to be on the far side, the left wing position for Northwestern. McFadden with a great shift here for Northwestern again, making the most of his minutes. In-swinger here for Concordia. Concordia plays it to the top of the 6. It's won by Marcel Langert. Langert out to Vandenveld. Vandenveld looks like he got fouled but didn't get called. Concordia with the ball on the far side. Being forced to drop it back. Northwestern doing a good job continuing on defense. That's going to be a corner kick again for Concordia. .5:40 remaining here in the second half. A nail biter here at Northwestern. Concordia with another in-swinger. Looking like they're packing the far side of the box now. And they do play to that far post. An easy header for Concordia. It wasn't really marked, but it falls at the lap of Pablo Espas. Espas with another good catch. Now it's Bacam out on the far side. Bacam was the reason one of the penalties happened earlier. It's downpour, it's creating rough conditions for the players. A lot of sliding and slipping and bad touches here from both teams. Concordia driving here for towards the Northwestern goal, but that's Marco Alessio actually breaking it up here. That's Pablo Espas now with the big punt. He's looking to get up right away, and it gets to and gets through Concordia defense. Now their goalkeeper has it. He plays it to the far side. He has the right back. A lot of numbers being up for both teams. Concordia working those sidelines really well. They want to get across there and deep into the corners. Marcel Langer win the ball here for Northwestern. That's a huge tackle for them. That's going to be some good link-up play between Vandenbelt and Kaltenberger. Kaltenberger with the ball. He has the brace so far in this game. That's Riley Arbo here wanting to win the ball back. Tim Kaltenberger here making sure he doesn't foul. That's a late call there from the center ref, but it looks like looks like Kaltenberger with the foul. There's going to be a time stoppage here for as Northwestern player is down. It looks like Tim Kaltenberger is hurt. That's going to be Nico Heldrop going to be checking in for him. I think Kaltenberger's played the whole game. Could be a cramp here for Kaltenberger. Kaltenberger with both goals here for Northwestern. 3:45 remaining in the second half. Kaltenberger is up and at him. He's limping towards the sideline. Yeah, it might be a cramp or something with his calf. Now it's Helderop taking over the cam position. Helderop known for his work ethic, and it's going to be huge for them in this last 3:45. Both teams tired, but both are still fighting. A lot of energy left in the game. That's going to be a free kick for Concordia. It's won by Marco Alessio. Alessio out wide. It's going to be to Bonk von Kumala. Kumala plays it up the line. That's going to be Helderop. Look at him go. Helderop there putting pressure on. He wins the ball. That's a huge win there for Nico Helderop. The Energizer Bunny over there on the far sideline as he returns back to his camp position. It's going to be a throw-in for Concordia. Concordia kind of getting a little greedy there on the sideline for, oh, yep, there it is. And then the center ref going to push him back farther. 3:10 left in this game. Marcel Langer with the ball. He plays it out wide. Looks like Garcia's open. Garcia gets past. Garcia chasing the ball. It's 3v3 right now for Northwestern. Northwestern with the ball. Garcia. That's Riley Arbo. Riley Arbo with it. Trying to get across there. It's Luke Roloffs with the shot. Vandenbelt with the ball. Oh, Vandenbelt getting stopped right there at the 6-yard line, 6-yard box. That's gonna be a free kick. Looks like Van Sullivan there tripped over the goalie. Huge chance for Northwestern. Great ball from Marcel to Garcia. Garcia to linking up with Arbo. That's going to be a free kick now for Northwestern. Riley Arbo winning the ball in the air and the foul. Northwestern, I'm sure, is going to want to pack this box on the far side especially. Look for Riley Arbo to win this ball in the air. He's a lunchtime player, and he wins a lot in the air. Has a common knack for scoring goals on free kicks such as this. Look for Van Sullivan, Helderop as well. That's going to be a ball in from Marcel. Gets played to the far side. Sails just a little bit too high for Arbo. I'm sure he's going to want that one back. Now is a minute 55 remaining in this second half. Concordia plays right away. A lot of pace being played right now, a lot of energy. The game's opened up quite a bit. That's Concordia with the ball on the far side there, looking to play down the wings. And they've done so all game. Now it's them playing towards the middle, but it's picked up by Luke Roloffs. Luke Roloffs does a good job. Finds Nico Helderop. Helderop getting pushed off the ball a little bit. That's Bonka von Kumla winning it back. Now it's Helderop. Helderop looking to play Vandenbeld. He does so. Vandenbeld still has it. The ball kind of getting tossed around quite a bit, changing possession. But now it's going to be Luke Roloff there, picking it up there for Northwestern defense. Playing into Bonka von Kumla. Now it's Marco Alessio in charge of defensive duties for Northwestern. Riley Arbo with a big hit, big challenge right there. Oh, man, he gets called for a foul. I totally disagree, but that's a big hit from Arbo. Great, great challenge, great tackle. It was supposed to be a Northwestern throw, but it gets called back for a Concordia free kick. 1 minute remaining, 50 seconds left. Unlucky there for Riley Arbo. He had a great, great challenge. 40 seconds remaining now. Concordia going to have to play this free kick with an in-swinger. Northwestern bringing everyone back. Concordia bringing everyone up. Nail biter here as the last 30 seconds happen here. That's going to be Riley Arbo winning the ball for Northwestern. Northwestern doing a good job to kick it out. Now Northwestern has a huge chance. They have 17 seconds left. Van Sullivan with the ball. Van Sullivan going to the right side. He finds Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt with the ball. He has 10 seconds left to score. Vanderbilt with the ball. Concordia with numbers. I think it's going to piddle out for nothing. And that's going to be a tie here, 2-2 for Northwestern versus Concordia. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Stay tuned in for the girls' game as well as they take on the Concordia Bulldogs women's.